What's going on YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the best HELOCs in today's market. So if you're a homeowner and you're looking to tap into your equity for a home renovation or to consolidate debt, or you simply need cash now, then definitely watch this video to the very end. Now, before I go over the different lenders that I have here on this list, let's go over some of the terms that is associated with a home equity line of credit. So the first is going to be LTV, or loan to value ratio. Now, this is simply a formula that the banks will use to determine the maximum loan amount that they will lend you against your real estate property. So an example would be if you have a home that is appraised for $100,000 and the lender is willing to allow you to borrow 80% LTV, or loan to value ratio, that's going to be 80% of $100,000. So in this example, the lender will allow you to borrow $80,000. If you have a home that's worth $500,000 with a 80% loan to value ratio, then the lender will allow you to borrow $400,000. And if you have a $1 million property with an 80% LTV, then the lender will allow you to borrow up to $800,000, and that's going to be in combination of your current mortgage that you have on the property. So let's stick with the example of the $1 million property with a max loan amount of $800,000. If you have a current mortgage on that property for $500,000, then the lender that is willing to allow you to go up to 80% LTV is going to allow you to borrow $300,000 of your equity. Now let's also talk about home equity line of credit repayment schedules. So for home equity lines of credit, there's going to be a draw period followed by a repayment period. Now the draw period will either be 10, 15, or 20 years, and that draw period will allow you to tap into your line of credit for up to that maximum draw period. So if you have a draw period of 10 years, then you could tap into that line of credit of $500,000 in this example for up to 10 years. Then after that 10-year draw period is over, whatever remaining balance that you have in your line of credit will automatically transition into a repayment period, which is typically 20 years. Now the repayment period is typically fixed rate. So when you're drawing from your home equity line of credit during your draw period, which is going to be a variable rate, as soon as you transition over to that repayment period, then that repayment period will be amortized with a fixed rate payment for that 20-year repayment period. And one more thing to keep in mind with home equity lines of credit is that the lender will still use a debt to income ratio of 50% on the back end, and that's going to be your mortgage payment plus your home equity line of credit plus any consumer debt that you have on your credit report to determine if you qualify for that loan amount. And to add, these are going to be full doc loans. So when you're looking and shopping around for home equity lines of credit, make sure that you have all of your financials in order: W-2s, 1099s, tax returns, pay stubs, bank statements, before applying for a home equity line of credit so that you could increase your odds of getting approved with that lender. All right, guys, sorry for the long intro. That just needs to be said because home equity lines of credit are not as simple as the internet likes to make them out to be. Now, my name is Art Smith, and on this channel, I focus on educating consumers and borrowers on their financial options so that you could avoid predatory lending practices from institutions and individuals. So if you're looking for straight to the point, no BS financial information, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. And if you're finding value in this video, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button so that YouTube knows that this is really good content and it can be shared and distributed to more people just like us. And of course, if you have any recommendations on what you want me to talk about next that is financially related, do me a favor and drop your recommendations in the comments section below. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into the best HELOC lenders in today's market. Now, the first on the list is going to be Bank of America. Bank of America has a HELOC with a starting interest rate of 6.74% at the time of me shooting this video for 6 months, and then jumps up to 9.4% thereafter. Maximum loan amount is going to be $500,000 with a maximum loan to value ratio of 85% of your home's value. Minimum credit score in order to qualify for their home equity line of credit is going to be 660, and there are no application fees, no closing costs, and no annual cost that is associated with this home equity line of credit. Now, the great thing about Bank of America's HELOC program is that they give you great incentives on reducing your interest rate if you are to maintain their standards. You will receive a 0.25% reduction in interest rate if you set up and maintain automatic monthly payments from your Bank of America checking or savings account. You will also receive up to 1.5% in reduction of the interest rate if you withdraw up to $150,000 at the initial withdrawal period when you open the home equity line of credit with Bank of America. And you will also receive another reduction of 0.625% if you are a Bank of America Preferred Rewards member. For all additional information about Bank of America, the link will be in the description box below. Now, second on the list is going to be Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Bethpage has a starting interest rate of 6.99% for the first 12 months, which is going to be fixed, and then it's going to jump up to 8% thereafter at a variable rate. Maximum loan amount is also going to be $500,000 with a maximum loan to value ratio of 85%. Minimum FICO score is going to be 670 at the time of me shooting this video, and there are no closing costs that's associated with this home equity line of credit program if you are to maintain this HELOC for 36 months. If you decide to close the HELOC within the first 36 months of opening, then you will have to repay the closing costs that Bethpage pays at the account opening. This is going to be a great option for individuals who are looking to pull some cash out with a low interest rate that's going to be fixed for 1 year. So if you're looking to borrow cheap money, definitely check out Bethpage, and all links to Bethpage will be in the description box below as well too. Now, third on the list is going to be Navy Federal Credit Union. Now, Navy Federal has a starting interest rate of 8.25% at the time of me shooting this video, with a maximum loan amount of $500,000 and a max loan to value ratio of up to 95%. This is going to be a great option for homeowners who have recently purchased their house, because typically homeowners who have recently purchased their house in the past 2, 3, or 4 or 5 years, you're going to have very little equity in your home. So going up to 95% LTV is going to be an added bonus in your favor. Now, unfortunately, Navy Federal does not disclose their FICO requirements. However, they do follow conventional guidelines, so we can assume that their credit scores could go as low as 620 on their HELOC program. For all links to Navy Federal's HELOC program, check the description box below. Now, number 4 on the list is going to be TD Bank. TD Bank has a starting interest rate of 7.99% at the time of me shooting this video, with a maximum loan amount of $500,000 and a max loan to value ratio of 90% with a minimum credit score of 620. Now, the great thing about TD Bank is that there is no minimum draw amount. However, there is a minimum line amount of $25,000. So if you are looking to take out $500,000 or even $1,500, you could do that with TD Bank with no penalties whatsoever and no restrictions whatsoever. They also have a 0.25% reduction in the interest rate if you have a TD personal checking account. For all information about TD Bank, check the description box below. Now, last on the list and coming in at number 5 is going to be PenFed Credit Union. Now, PenFed has a starting interest rate of 7.875 with a maximum loan amount of $500,000, maximum loan to value ratio of 85%, and minimum credit score of 680. There are going to be no origination costs, no prepayment penalties, and you could close and tap into your equity in as little as 15 days. So if you're in need of funds quickly and you have some equity in your home, definitely check out PenFed. All links and information to PenFed will be in the description box below. All right, guys, this is my list of the 5 best HELOC programs in the market today. So if you're looking for capital quickly, if you're looking to renovate a house or consolidate debt, or you're just looking for funds for a vacation, definitely look into these HELOC programs with PenFed, TD Bank, Navy Federal, Bethpage, as well as Bank of America. If you have any questions, feel free and drop your questions in the comment section below. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found value in it, and until next time, you are truly appreciated, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.